this week, continuing warm for sure. That has been what we've been seeing over the past several days, and we are looking at record warmth again this week, or at least near record most days. Storms are expected Thursday night. A few could be strong, and then we have our front on Friday, setting us up for a much cooler weekend next weekend compared to what we had this past weekend when it was felt so much like spring, or dare I say even summer at times. Satellite and radar imagery showing some clouds overhead that might shield us from the sun a little bit later on this afternoon and evening. We will see. Still looking quite warm though, and here is this big system with that very obvious low pressure spin, this comma shape that you see. That is very typical for these big storm systems that roll across the plains and swing off to the northeast this time of year. So we had a lot of tornado warnings, high wind warnings as this system moved from Kansas and Oklahoma late last night and now off into the Midwest. And you can see it very clearly on water vapor imagery too. This is in the mid levels of the atmosphere, and look at this very, very defined spin as this continues moving off to the east. Now we are way on the southern end of this system, not really seeing much aside from that cloud deck you saw over Louisiana. Moving with precision cast, the system continues off to the east over into the northeast part of the U.S. And here we are over the next Tuesday, 2 days into Tuesday and Wednesday. By 6 p.m. Wednesday, just looking at a mix of sun and clouds and staying warm with really no big changes. I think tomorrow temperatures may come down just a touch if that slightly cooler, drier air filters in a little bit, but no big changes until the end of the week. Right now, 83, as I showed you earlier, that ties our record high temperature for today's date. We are right now within 2 degrees of the all-time February recorded high of 85 degrees, and we will get close to that if not touch it later this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s, and here are those winds from the southwest with gusts near 30+ miles per hour. So warm and breezy today, partly cloudy skies, 84 I have for the high. Again, we will see. And those southwest winds as that system again passes off to the way north of us, but we still have wind associated. Today's planner, you can see by 6 p.m., upper 70s, still pretty breezy. This is by 9 p.m. Winds come down a little bit and temperatures will be in the lower 70s. And then overnight humid, still a little bit breezy, but winds lower tonight at 10 to 15 miles per hour and not as breezy tomorrow either. North Shore and South Shore lows in the 60s. Now looking ahead to our next system, again, we're just staying sort of the same all the way through Thursday, but Thursday night we will get some showers and storms, and this is the severe outlook for Thursday into Thursday night. Notice the severe risk potentially is going to be higher to our north, but it looks like we may be in the range of a few strong thunderstorms. So that would mean damaging winds, large hail, or tornadic systems or storms. We'll see. It's still a few days out. We need to nail down the specifics, but it would be late Thursday night into very early Friday morning, maybe even overnight, it looks like at this point. Now, look at our model. This is Thursday, 7 p.m. We may not have a lot of rain around, but here comes this next front, and this could be around 4 a.m. early Friday morning before sunrise. Now notice we are going to get perhaps the southern end of this system, so it might be that kind of scattered rain scenario that we've had with a few of our past severe systems where there are some strong storms in the area, but not everybody's getting it at the same time. We'll see. Again, we'll have a couple of days to look at things closely as they shape up. But either way, it looks like this system is going to be fast moving Thursday night, gone mostly by Friday morning. And then we're in for a chilly and sunny weekend. Our weekend forecast, about almost 20 degrees different from what we had this past weekend. Saturday will start in the 40s, north, 50s south of the lake for the morning, highs in the 60s, little bit of a breeze from the north and sunshine. And then Sunday, very similar both days this weekend, and actually Friday too, looking on the cool side, and that would be much more in line with seasonable temperatures for this point in the year, late February into early March, when our average high is 69. We'll be very close to that later this week and this weekend. But there's your 7-day, the big block of 80s all the way through Thursday, and then the block of 60s after we get the cool front.